I feel like there's a lot to talk about with this certain topic, but before I get into that portion of the video, the background gameplay you see is just going to be me farming some Radiant Giants, so just getting some Radiant Shards and stuff like that. And pretty much for today's video, I just wanted to talk about events specifically, and this can be like the little events, like the salty trash stuff that we have currently going on right now, and it also applies to big events. So the big thing that I did want to talk about, I guess we'll go into the first thing that I wanted to bring up, and it's just how long and tedious a lot of the tasks are. So we start off with the quest line. We have certain things that we have to farm. There's certain mastery items. I mean, it makes sense, you know, typical events. There's some older stuff, there's some newer stuff. I mean, that can be a video on its own, but in my opinion, they should kind of keep things simple, because if they keep on adding new stuff, it's going to be a huge chore to even farm all that stuff. And I don't know, I can't imagine a new player wanting to do all of that just to get all the mastery and then doing that for every single event. So anyway, the big point that I wanted to talk about is just how long and tedious these quests are. So like with the quest lines, they sometimes have tasks that just take a very long time to do. And I guess, you know, it kind of makes sense because you will need it for the mastery items anyway, but like even getting the mastery items themselves after the quest line, it just takes so long. Like with the last event, all we had to do is just go on and find an NPC, click E, and then give them food. And we had to do that so many times. And on top of that, it costs so many golden souls, but I mean, that's besides the point. Pretty good way to make flux if you happen to have those, so I'm sure a lot of people profited off that. But I think you guys get the point of what I'm saying here. It'll give you a specific task, like a certain resource, like a new resource that you have to farm for, just for the event specifically. And it just takes a very long time to do. Now, if they're trying to make it a long farm, you know, so be it. I mean, I guess it's fine, makes sense. They shouldn't make it super easy to get. But at the same time, I don't really mind super easy because, I mean, the event's only 2 weeks long. A lot of people have to work, a lot of people have other things that they have to do, and then when they come back to Trove, they might not have a lot of time to play. So farming everything needed in those 2 weeks, like for most people it's fine, like they can probably get it on day 1, but that's like if you're mad farming and just buying everything that you need. And some people can finish it after a couple days. Some people it'll take a week. Like me personally, I don't really rush these as much anymore unless I have the time, but I'll usually start it on Tuesday, see what's going on, I'll do the quest line. If it seems pretty easy, I'll just do it. If it's not, then I'll just wait. If it's going to take a super long amount of time, I'd rather just put in my time and energy into it. So either if I have time after work or preferably on the weekends, so that's usually when I end up doing them. But the task just gets so repetitive and so annoying that it's like not even that fun doing. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it does feel like all these events that we're getting, it just has to do a certain task that just becomes super repetitive and annoying to finish. Because it's like, I don't know, 5 hours of doing the same exact thing. And it's like, we get the point. After the first hour, like, why do we need to keep going? So I don't know, that's like one little thing I wanted to talk about. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is certain events should benefit certain parts of our gameplay. So what I mean by that is on February we have crystals and meta matter, so we can benefit there. And then in the April event for Bunfest, we have the golden companion eggs. It's not super amazing as what it used to be, but it's still there. And it's nice because it comes after the February one, so hopefully you're able to hoard up your crystals to use on the April event to get your golden eggs. So we have events like that. It's pretty nice. I think we need more things like that. And I mean, we kind of did, but I guess it got overduped and I guess it just became too OP. But I guess the devs maybe learn from their mistakes and they can implement these better. But the main thing I was talking about is Skellies and Frosty boxes. Those were Omega OP and then they just removed them completely. They could do something similar, but just have like a limit on them. Like, it'll suck that it won't be what it used to be, but at least we'll be getting something because Bound Brilliance, Diamond Dragon Knights, Meta Matter, all that stuff, it's gonna be pretty time gated, so it's gonna be nice to actually get them. Oh, and Dragon Coins, I forgot about that. Even if it's like a little bit, at least it's something, so we would at least appreciate that. If Trove had events to cater certain parts of our gameplay like that would be amazing. And every event has one thing in common, is that you can make flux off of it, whether that's selling the resources that you need to craft something, or you farm a specific mastery item or buy a specific mastery item and then sell it later on. So that's never gonna change, I would imagine at least. But I think having something like that would have people to look forward to these events, and it would just help them progress in the game, because a lot of people end up getting stuck around that 35k power rank mark. I've mentioned this in like a video a while back, but usually people get kind of stuck around 35k 40k power rank, because in order to progress you have to wait for time-gated things like qubits for converters, diamond dragonites for the diamond dragon egg for your primordial dragons, and then bound brilliance for your gems, so you just have to wait for all these things to happen, so it's really annoying. I mean, it'd be really cool if there's an event specific to qubits. I doubt they'd ever do it, but I mean, it'd be really cool because there's so many things that we need for qubits. Like you can get dragon coins, you can get gem booster boxes, you can finish your star chart. I guess I can see how OP it would be if you can get the converters, but I mean, it would be really helpful. I do remember that at some point they did have an event for patron. I believe it was the 1-day patron passes. You had to farm something and then I think it just gave it to you, or you loot collected something that gave it to you. I can't fully remember the event, but I just remember that you're able to get it, and overall it was just pretty nice. So I don't know, I feel like events should be beneficial in some way. I feel like almost every event is kind of just a chore. You have to log on, you have to do these random tasks that don't really make sense, you have to hope that you get the mastery drop, or if you don't then you have to buy the item, so you have to spend a lot of flux. So I don't know, it has its ups and downs. I am curious on what you guys think about these events, and if you guys would like to see something change, drop it down in the comments down below. Obviously I can't change it because I'm not a dev, but it is always nice to see your thoughts on it, so we will leave it at that. Either way, thank you all so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys later.